My wife suffered devastating revenge after I discovered her infidelity at a secret swingers club. My wife, Sharon, was furious with me. I knew it immediately as we drove back home after a party organized by our friends, Annie and Han van Derlen. She was curled up in the corner of the car seat, trying to be as far away from me, her husband, as possible, as if my mere presence was enough to fuel her anger. Her frown was so deep it looked like it could sour milk just by staring at it. My name is Frank Miller, and although Sharon had her reasons to be upset, the truth is I didn't fully understand why. It's true that I had ruined her night, and I felt guilty for embarrassing the woman I had been married to for 10 years, the mother of our 3 children, but what had I done exactly to anger her so much? It all started when I grabbed the wrong key at a swingers party, a rather unusual event that Annie and Han frequently organized. This was the first time we had attended one of their parties, although Sharon had secured an invitation through a friend of a friend. What Sharon had forgotten to mention was that this party would be different, very different. She hadn't told me that this time all the wives had to throw their house keys into a bowl, and then each husband would pick a key at random and take the corresponding woman to a suite for the night, a night of fun that was far from innocent. I realized what was going to happen just as the party was ending, and I panicked. I grabbed Sharon by the arm and took her to the kitchen. "Did you know how this party was going to end?" I asked her urgently. Sharon gave me a slightly nervous smile and said yes. "And you didn't think to tell me before we came?" I responded incredulously. She explained that she hadn't told me because she knew I would object unless it was absolutely necessary, and she knew I would definitely not agree to it. "We're leaving right now," I told her. "We can't leave now," she insisted. "It wouldn't be polite, and it would embarrass me. Besides, it's just for one night. It would add some excitement to our marriage." "I don't need that kind of excitement," I replied. "Just a little excitement for one night," she kept insisting. "I want to be more than just a wife and mother." "It's just one night, and it won't happen again," she said, trying to convince me while admitting that she had already put our key in the bowl. "It's not too late," I responded firmly. I grabbed her by the arm again and took her back to the living room, where everyone was gathered around the bowl full of keys, ready to choose their partners for the night. Sharon tried to resist, but I let go of her and approached the bowl. "No one told me about this part of the party," I announced loudly. "I will not share my wife with any of you." I searched through the bowl until I found our house key, the one with a red plastic cap, and pulled it out, facing the group that was staring at me in surprise. No one informed me of the rules beforehand. I don't believe in cheating, and my marriage vows mean everything to me. Some people complained and glared at me, but I didn't care. I turned to Sharon, who was now furious. "Sharon, you need to make a decision right now. You either come with me and we forget this madness, or you stay and never come home again. I'm leaving." All eyes turned to her as she blushed with embarrassment. She hesitated for a moment and then spoke. "I apologize for my husband's behavior. I would love to stay, but given the circumstances, I'd better leave." Reluctantly, she followed me to the car. Once inside, she started yelling at me. "You're a selfish idiot. How could you embarrass me like that in front of everyone? We'll never be invited back." "I embarrassed you? What about how you embarrassed me by hiding your plan to be with another man tonight?" I responded. "Well, you were going to be with another wife too, so we both could have had fun," she replied. "I don't want to be with another woman, Sharon. I saved that for you, and it's disturbing to hear that after 10 years of marriage, you want to be with another man." "Frank, it would have been just for one night. Of all the nights we've spent together, it's just one night with someone else. After being a good wife for 10 years, it's not that unreasonable," Sharon insisted. "I can't believe what I'm hearing. But obviously, this means a lot to you, doesn't it?" I asked. "Yes, Frank, it does. I've been waiting for this for weeks. It's my chance to be more than just a wife and mother, to have an adventure, to be admired, and to have fun with another man for a few hours." "You mean to spend the night with someone who isn't your husband?" I asked. "Well, that's a bit blunt, but yes, that's a big part of it. Probably the most important part," she admitted. I slammed on the brakes, made a sharp turn, and headed back to the Van Derlen's house. Sharon screamed when I turned around. "What are you doing, Frank?" "If spending a night with another man means that much to you, Sharon, then go ahead and do it," I replied, stopping in front of the house. "Looks like all the other cars are still here. It's not too late for you to join in. Go ahead. Enjoy your night with some random guy. I hope he satisfies you in ways I can't." "Frank, it's just something new, an adventure. You're perfect for me, but you know I can't go in alone. We both have to participate, each with a new partner." "I already said I don't want to participate in this, Sharon. I've never cheated on you, and I never will as long as we're married." "What does that mean?" she asked, confused. You can click on Share and More to see if there is a part 2.